Hi, I'm Joe Walensky, talking today with Cory Lebson, and that's one of the great things that I get to do as program manager for Seattle's 6th annual User Experience Conference, ConveyUX, coming up February 27 and 28 and March 1 in Seattle. Today we're speaking with Cory Lebson. Hello, Cory. How are you doing today?
Good, good. How are you?
Everything's pretty good. It's a chilly but sunny day in Seattle. Where are you at today?
So I'm in the DC area, and also chilly but not sunny, unfortunately.
Well, it's good to be talking to you again. You were one of the speakers at our event this past year in 2017, and again involved this year, so we're pleased about that. Before we get into the topics that you're going to be involved in, why don't you start by talking a little bit about your background and things you're involved with?
Sure. So I've been actually doing user experience work and particularly research really for 23 years now. It's been the bulk of my career. I've been speaking about it as well. I've been writing about it. And I've been involved in UX PA as well. So yeah, my whole career is all about user experience.
Well, you're involved in a lot of the sessions that we have going on at the upcoming conference. But one of those, probably the main one of interest to most, is you're going to be doing a session. How to hire and manage consulting firms and freelancers. So that's something I think a lot of our attendees can relate to. So maybe talk a little bit about how you came around to that topic and what we might learn from it.
Sure. So last year I had a lot of fun talking about how to actually hire people, bring them on in permanent positions. And one thing that people still asked about in that session was, well, what about if I don't want to hire someone permanently, but I want to bring on a contractor, a temporary help, freelancers, a company for projects. So really kind of that bounced into this idea, which is an expansion and kind of a new direction from the original topic, is how do all these things apply when it's not someone who's a full-time permanent role, and what do you do? When do you decide to bring them on? What decisions do you have to make? How do you assess their value to your company? And really, what's the process that you need to go through?
And of course, these topics are tied to your most recent book. So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So my book, the UX Careers Handbook, is largely targeted at the individual, the people who are the job seekers who want to go into UX. But also it's targeted as well, and the latter portion of the book talks to recruiters and employers. And then while the truth is this is an expansion off of the original topic of the recruiters and employers hiring for positions, and really kind of going further. So it's really exciting to me because it's something that I hadn't considered including actually when I wrote the book. And now I'm really excited to have the opportunity to discuss it and to really kind of go through all these different facets.
And for people interested in the book or who have it, Cory will be doing a book signing at the conference as well. And Cory is also the host of our speed networking, which I thought it went off great this past year. It seemed like everybody had a lot of fun with the opportunity to meet a lot of people in a very short amount of time, and we'll be doing that again. And Cory, you'll also be the host of our Puget Sound Super Meetup, which we've been doing every year in conjunction with the conference. And the Super Meetup is where the local UX nonprofit organizations all get together and bring their members to the venue on the Tuesday evening of conference week, and attendees for that don't have to be registered for the full conference, but that's setting up to be a pretty cool event again, with many of the speakers from the conference as panelists. So you have any thoughts about what we have coming up for that panel discussion?
I mean, I think it's going to be great. There's just so many wonderful people who are participating in the panel, with a lot of good perspectives. And obviously, I have my own perspective from the book and from what I've done with UX careers and such. But I think really kind of the different angles people are coming from is going to lead to great discussion. Certainly there's going to be a lot of people there who I'm sure are going to ask pointed questions as well. So I'm really looking forward to that, as well as the speed networking that we're doing.
Yeah, it's worked out really well because we're able to leverage having brought in great speakers for the paid portion of the conference, and so many of them are generous with their time to then participate in this event for the local community. So that'll include yourself, also Peter Morville, one of our feature presenters, Pamela Pavlishak, Dan Brown, and Blink's Jeff Harrison will all be on the stage talking about how the UX profession continues to evolve. So we'll look forward to that session. Well, it was good to be able to have this time with you, Cory, and we'll just see you in a few months in Seattle.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Oh, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.